So this is our first official stop since we are living in Florida now, at least for the next few weeks. I'm not even going to tell you what this place is. This sign's talking about a sugar mill, plantation, and Indian Wars. And yeah, that happened here, but that's not why we're here. You got to check this place out because this is unique. Here we go. So here we are at the Dunlawton Plantation Sugar Factory, and well, what's left of it. They did build a roof. See, they built a roof over it to help protect the ruins, which is really cool. This whole place is maintained by volunteers, so it's not even run by the state or anything. So it's cool. This thing burned down at least twice during Seminole Indian Wars, 2 different wars. About 25 slaves worked here in this factory processing sugar, and it was a hard and hot job because there's a lot of big black kettles here, and so that was all boiling the sugar cane down to get the sugar out. So it was hot, plus it's Florida, so it's hot. So you can imagine what those slaves endured going through all this. So thankfully there's better ways to process sugar now that don't involve slaves. Let's check out Botanical Gardens. And
I'm all about flowers.
there's something else here too. It wasn't just Botanical Gardens, and it wasn't just a ruins of a sugar mill. There was an amusement park here.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's go check it out.
Oh, cool. Let's go. Okay. So you've seen some of the botanical garden pieces, the gnome house and stuff, but I mentioned something about an amusement park. Well, it really wasn't an amusement park. It was a zoo. It was a zoo. Well, and they still have some of the zoo animals here, but we got to be quiet and we got to be careful because the fence doesn't go all the way around. So we got to be careful here. We don't want them charging us.
Yeah. You ready?
You see? That's right, folks. It's a Triceratops. Look at this guy. It may be a little too chilly for him because he's not moving. All right, how cool is that? Let's go find some of his friends. You know, so a lot of people may wonder, you know, where do these dinosaurs come from? How do they get here? Well, the answer is so ridiculously simple. I don't understand why people get so confused about this stuff. Dinosaurs are reptiles, so obviously they hatch from eggs. See? Eggs. On a sad note, the T-Rex here passed away about 3 years ago, I think 3 or 4 years ago, but they have a memorial for him. And in typical T-Rex fashion, they've planted oyster plant around them, you know, because T-Rex love the oyster plants. Here's the memorial garden for the T-Rex. And it shows some of his friends as well. T-Rex at church. I mean, there's footprints all over the place here. What do you expect from a concrete dinosaur but a concrete footprint?
This place is really cool. I just enjoyed walking around here. The botanical garden is beautiful. I mean, I feel like I'm in my own little fantasy garden. And the gnome house, the sugar mill, the amusement park stuff. I mean, the dinosaurs. All of it is just amazing. And it's free. It's free. Zero is what we paid to get in here.
It's three things in one. You've got old 19th century ruins here. You've got the botanical garden. And you've got the remains of an early 20th century amusement park here. I mean, and it's free. They close at 5 though. But we've had a few showers since we've been here, but nothing big. Enough canopy overhead to actually protect us.
Nice wide paths.
And it's been great. This is Talon approved. You saw Talon walking around. She enjoyed it. This is definitely a Talon approved activity.
But it is not a dog approved activity.
No pets. No pets allowed.
Only service animals.
Right. Yep, that's a good point. So now, what's up next? Well, something else weird. So let's go check it out.
See you at the next adventure. Okay, so we are doing Roadside America, and we are at a kind of creepy place. It is the motel that used to be called the Fairview Inn in Port Orange. And it's famous because of the murderer who stayed here. Her name was Eileen Wuornos, I believe.
Serial killer.
Yeah, I believe it's
Not
Wuornos.
just a regular murderer.
But I don't know. I didn't watch the movie. She killed 7 men in 7 different places in less than a year. She eventually was executed in 2002, and Charlize Theron played her got an Academy Award for the movie Monster. And anyway, she stayed in this hotel, which is now called the Scoot Inn, in room number 9, which was renumbered 7.
Right there.
When they renamed the hotel. She apparently frequented a bar that is right up the street. We'll try to go up there and get a picture too. And so those were her 2 hangouts. Just kind of
so
a
it's
creepy
literally
lady.
Walking distance and we'll get you, hopefully we'll be able to get a shot of the bar and the motel together. But you know, you've seen us in graveyards. No, this is pre-grave.
It was too awkward to stand out in front of the motel, so
it's a busy street.
We drove down the back street and we're hanging out in the back part of it. But if you can't get room number 7 now and you still want to be in a creepy murderer's room, you can go to room number 4. It was the hideout for 2 suspected murderers that killed a woman and spread her body all over Florida.
Only in Florida. All right, let's go check out this bar. Noise, but that's a fan and it's a little warm.
We're at the Old Spanish Sugar Mill Grill and Grill House. How'd I do?
That was good. Somewhere in Florida.
We're in the Leon Springs State Park.
Yep.
In Florida.
And this is interesting here. It's make your own pancakes. Well, actually, you should make your own a lot of stuff. So we're going to be making our own pancakes here. And we actually have 2 different types of batters. We've got an early American pancake batter made with unbleached white flour. And then we have their own unique mixture of 5 fresh stone ground flours. And we get raw honey, maple syrup, and I was trying to read unsulfured molasses. If you get eggs here, you make your own eggs as well. So it's you go to a restaurant and cook your own food. How cool is that? So if the pancakes suck, it's well, it's her fault. So let's get cooking. One thing we forgot to mention, it's all you can eat pancakes. So this is going to be a while. Now it's taste test time. Let's see what these things taste like. Shelly's got the, well, she called it the buckwheat, but it's the mixture of 5 fresh stone ground flours. And I've got the traditional early American unbleached white flour with bananas and chocolate chips, butter, and maple syrup. It's good.
I put the molasses on the other side. It is good. I'm not a molasses fan, but I tried it.
I couldn't have made it better myself. My compliments to the chef. We're gonna be here a while. All right, we just got done with breakfast. And in typical Willis Luck fashion, it's raining. It just slacked off a tiny bit. So we're gonna go ahead and try to record this. But the breakfast we had was great. I mean, seriously, my compliments to the chef. The chef. The chef. Actually, how this worked is all the meat items they cook in the kitchen. And they bring out the pancake mix to you, you cook it. If you get French toast, you make your own French toast. The people next to us had a grilled cheese sandwich. One of them did, and you make all that yourself. So the meats they cook, everything else you cook. So it was kind of fun. But the only thing that's all you can eat is the pancakes, and just the pancakes. If you want to
make your own eggs.
That's right. You make your own eggs.
You make your own eggs.
Yep. So if you've got like chocolate chips and bananas and applesauce, which is what we got, you pay for that. It's like $2 for the little bowl you saw in the video, and that's a lot. That was a lot of chocolate chips, a lot of banana chips, and a lot of applesauce. That's probably all you need for 2 people. So even though it says 1 serving, unless you put like a lot of, I mean, if we had put all those chocolate chips on 1 pancake, you wouldn't even seen the pancake.
Yeah, but if you eat 10 or 15 pancakes, then it's 1 serving.
That's true. I ate 3. And I know everybody wants to know this. So this is a Talon approved restaurant.
They brought her water.
Yep, they brought her water without us asking, which is always cool.
Right.
We never ask actually, because we always take care of her, make sure she's got water before we leave. And sometimes, depending on where we're at, like when you see us in Disney, she'll have a bowl on her vest. So she carries her own water bowl and poop bags.
They have a great gift shop here too.
Yeah, we got a weird camera angle going on here because we're trying to stay dry. So, but yeah, that was it. Highly recommend coming out here. I mean, you gotta pay admission to get into the state park if you don't have the pass. That's Talon shaking off some of the water. But you do have to pay admission to come in, plus what it costs. So it's not the cheapest meal, but it was fun. We had fun. If you had a lot,
Too bad.
I think if you came here with a group of people, you could have a blast.
A little over $20
Yep.
for a breakfast. That is all you can eat.
And that
That's not
included 2 bottled drinks. They don't have fountain drinks here.
Yep.
So, yep. That was pretty cool. All right, so you may not have been able to read the sign, so I'm going to give you a synopsis. In the 1880s, as you see Shelly taking Talon back to the car, it's starting to rain some more. Back in the 1880s, they changed the name of this place from Spring Garden to Ponce de Leon Springs. Built this fountain here in the 1880s, called it the Fountain of Youth, to attract tourists from the north. And it worked. And by the 50s, this was a big-time tourist attraction here. False advertising has a long and rich history as it starts to rain even more here. But here it is, the not Ponce de Leon Fountain of Youth. All right, next stop on the adventure. We're trying to dodge raindrops or rain bullets right now because it's raining pretty hard at times. And this is one of my favorite spots to visit, even though I've never been here.
No.
Yep,
Ponce de Leon Lighthouse.
it's a lighthouse.
It's French.
Like the fries. Let's go check it out. We're not climbing it, unfortunately, because
No.
my knee won't take it. So we're going to check it out, and the museum. Let's go. Just how tall is the Ponce Inlet Lighthouse? I don't know. Maybe about 175 feet. It's kind of tall. Tallest in Florida. It rained, as you can see. Still fun.
It was so fun. And we did go in the lighthouse, just not up to the top.
Right.
And we learned some fun fact. It is the most intact lighthouse
Most intact lighthouse facility.
facility.
It's the only lighthouse in America that still has all the original outbuildings.
And it saved the life of Stephen Crane, who wrote The Red Badge of Courage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really cool, historic place to come.
Yep.
What a week. What a challenging, fun week.
Almost as challenging as making this video. So this was the most technologically challenging week I think of my entire life. In the 4 days we were here in Flagler Beach, I had to replace my cell phone, my computer, my Bluetooth headset, and the GPS/radio combo unit in our RV.
What a
Best Buy
time.
loves us, but
Yep.
I'm not a big fan of the Best Buy in Daytona. They're a little slow. It happens. Hey, got a new computer, new phone.
The nice thing about being full-time is they won't be the Best Buy we use the next time.
Nope. All the stuff that you guys just saw, which was all fun stuff, it wasn't all we did. We did some other things. We saw some other ruins. We saw some really cool artifacts from people escaping Cuba trying to the U.S. A lot of that stuff is currently on our membership, our YouTube membership site, so members of our YouTube channel can watch those. And right next to the subscribe button down below is a button that says join. If you join it at any level, you can watch these videos. But what was in the video? What was your favorite thing to do?
I don't have favorites. They're all so different, and I like each thing about them. So they're like one or two things about each place. So I would say for like the lighthouse and that, I mean, the history of that was just fascinating. And there was a movie, and it was about this lady who, you know, had lived there. And so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I loved going to make our own pancakes. That was really fun. And it was unique. And then the sugar mill gardens, I mean, like, come on. That was a really cool place. I mean, I there were so many neat aspects in there that it was great. And then I'm a fan of watching true crime. So I kind of enjoyed the Fairview Inn for what it was.
Yeah, and honestly, it was a sketchy place.
It was a sketchy
I
place.
can't imagine how sketchy it was, you know, when the murders took place and stuff, but it was definitely sketchy when we went by it. One quick note on the, as far as the Fairview Inn murder hotel, the bar, the Last Chance Saloon, I think was the name of it, they have a picture of her on the bar, framed picture that sits on the bar in front of a bar stool to this day. We didn't go in the bar, I just learned that online.
Creepy.
Creepy. I certainly enjoyed the lighthouse. Lots of stuff at that lighthouse. I mean, being the only lighthouse that I've ever seen that had all the built support buildings still intact.
Right.
And it was the only one in Florida that still had that. That was really cool. I am really excited about our next video. And where are we going?
Disney.
We're going to Disney. We're going to COVID Disney. We're not staying on Disney property this time.
Nope.
Since we're Thousand Trails members, and with all the craziness going on with the rules and regulations and everything that Disney has in place at their resorts, we decided it was just best to stay for free. And so we're heading to the Orlando RV Resort, and then we are going to be hanging out in Disney and a lot of other things. You're not probably going to see a lot of Disney footage, but you're going to see a lot of stuff because the Orlando area, especially southeast, you know, right, Kissimmee and Clearmont, there's a lot of cool stuff that most people don't see or even know about, and we're going to show it to you. And we'll see you
At the next adventure.
That's right. Bye.